Hi, again, I'm Billie Scruse, and welcome back to Communities on Point. And we were just having a great conversation with Dorothelia Barnett, who is the CEO and publisher of Beautifully Inspired Women. I love to even just say the title of your publication. And we were just talking about just some of the covers, some of the women that you featured in your magazine. And we were really talking too, before we went to break, about teachers and the importance and the value, if you will, of teachers. You did another publication, or another feature, if you will, on a woman by the name of Shurna Frozell Miller. And it was about going back to school.
Yes.
And so again, we applaud teachers because again, school has begun. However, the importance too of even a woman over 40 going back to school. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, I also run a child care center for children ages 2 to 12 years old. 13 years, prior to that, I worked in the legal department, and I met Shauna when I moved to Jamaica some years ago and started a basic school there. And I also had a dance and praise ministry at my church, and I met Shauna, who was the drama teacher for about 25 years at the high school in one of the communities where I lived. And so I brought her aboard as my director to put on this wonderful, wonderful play with the kids from my dance and praise ministry called Jesus is the Reason for the Season. And after relocating back into the States, I later found out that she was going back to school, over the age of 40, and I found that quite a few of my acquaintances or friends or people that I knew were doing the exact same thing. Partly, because a lot of women felt that there was no longer any job security on their jobs, so they had to do something in order to support their families. There were women who decided that they just wanted a change. And I thought it was very interesting, because again, every story that we do is to inspire someone. So that particular article I wanted to highlight because I wanted women to feel just because you're over 40, it doesn't mean that you're too old to go back to school. I think it's all about time management and making that commitment. And so again, it wasn't easy for a lot of these women. Shauna in particularly, she has 2 very small children, but because of the support of her family, she was able to go back to school and further her education because she wanted a little bit more so that she would be able to provide for her kids.
Well, that's great because I do believe that we are all adult learners.
Yeah.
And, I could even share that, I teach a course, and, when I have a younger student versus an older student, believe you me, sometimes the older student is much more focused. There are family demands and other things that are going on in their life.
Right.
So they really do have to balance their time.
Yeah.
So when you said time management, I mean, that is just so on point. And again, you've got a purpose, you've got a mission, you've got a reason, you've got a vision when you go back to school.
Yes.
And you just mentioned too, although you are the CEO and publisher of this magazine, you're actually dealing with young people on a day-to-day basis. And so it's just good to know that you're also nurturing young people as well. And this side of Dorothelia, the creative passion in you is all in, you put it all in the magazine, do you not?
I do. It's my second baby.
Okay, it's your second baby, which is nice, which is very nice. And one of the things I want to say too, we're talking about inspiring women, but also just the written word, if you will, not the Bible, but the written word. Sometimes I feel as if it's been lost on a lot of levels because with young people, sometimes, texting and social media and all that great stuff, it's like sometimes we don't want to hear it's a reality. It's not a reality show, a television show, but it's a reality story about a person and how they're making this journey in life, which is nice. So you're right. It aspires you to do more and to be more. So I'm loving, you know, where you've taken this. And with that said, all of that said, you're about to embark on your fourth volume or edition, if you will.
Yes.
And without giving a whole lot away, tell us just a little bit. Just give us a little tease of what we might expect with the next edition.
Okay. Well, what I generally say to that question is the magazine will be just as good as the last edition, if that's at all possible. Billy.
You are right. You don't say a whole lot.
But, you know, with that being said, women can look forward to seeing something a little different. You know, it will always have something in there for every reader. And I don't, you know, I say to people that the reading material does not exempt women under 30 or even men, you know, from reading the magazine, because men do learn from us in a lot of, you know, cases. But the magazine is just wonderful because it really does tap into, you know, different things such as fashion and, you know, finances and beauty tips. And
well, you know what,
so.
I've got just some covers here, and I'm just going to give folks just a little taste of some of the articles that, you know, they could expect to read in your magazine. You've got Over 40 Women Rock, which we know that they do. Astonishing Women of the Arts, featuring actress slash music stylist Maria Howell. There's an article in here about the Harriet Beecher Stowe 200th birthday celebration. You've got something in here about U.S. Congressman John Larson. If you're into cooking, there's always a cooking article, if you will. Aging gracefully. I think we all want to know how to age gracefully, and we're always looking for those beauty secrets as well. And also, too, well, that's some of the things. I think I wanted to just give people a taste of what to expect in your publication. And so you're moving on to volume 4.
Yes.
And what I'd like to do before we even close is I want to make sure I give everyone the correct email address so they could look for the 3 publications and read those, and then get a taste of this last one that'll be coming out very soon. So can you give us that email address?
Yes, absolutely. You can log on to www.BIWmagazine.com. And for those readers who are maybe late bloomers, you can always scroll down to the very bottom of the cover page, and there's a little button there that says Magazine Archives, so you can just click that button and go back to the previous editions. We also have a Facebook icon there you can just click on, and that'll take you to my fan page. And I'm always open to, you know, getting people's responses. You know, we have a blog and a discussion page, so people can, you know, log on and just, you know, give their input as to how they like the publication.
And you know, one other thing that I'd like to say, because you know, we always talk about trends and how, you know, culture is always changing, if you will. But you know, we've heard the term, you know, 40 is the new 20, if you will, or you know, 60 is the new 40. You know, but in your magazine, I don't think you're trying to focus on that. You're trying to tell women that they should love being over 40. They should love this age.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm not by any means, you know, trying to project to be 20 or to be 30. You know, the magazine all came about because I wanted women to feel very comfortable in their skin about being 40. I have girlfriends who have had their first children, their first child at the age of 40, friends that are going back to school over 40, women that are getting married over the age of 40. By no means are we trying to project being, 20 or even 30, but just loving being 40. When I say that, women over 40 rock, or 40 and over, we rock, I mean, we really, really do. We no longer want to take that title as being over the hills. A lot of us, we're grandmamas, but we're very health conscious. We're fit. We're entrepreneurs. So I wanted women to be able to tap in on that. We're not trying to. I don't promote trying to be 20 or trying to be 30,
Good.
but loving being 40 and over.
Good, and I think that's why it was important for us to close on that note, that we love who we are.
That's right.
Okay? All right. So listen, I just want to wish you much success in this endeavor.
Thank you.
And keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
We need publications like this, to continue to inspire us and make us feel good about who we are.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on Communities on Point today. And I'm Billie Scruse, and we hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.